Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com here. Today it's the 2nd of July 2022. As usual, before we start, if I could ask for the favour, if you would please subscribe to the channel. That'd be marvellous. Every subscriber helps, so please do hit the button if you feel you'd like to. Be a big help. Okie doke, here we are looking at the debut album, which is from Ousey Mann, which is a collaboration between Chris Ousey, of course from Heartland, and Steve Mann, who goes all the way back to Liar in the mid-70s, Tytan, Lionheart, MSG, and so forth. And this debut collaboration from the duo, it's as good as slab of classic hard rockers with a melodic tinge to them as you'll hear anywhere. Chris Ousey wrote the words and handles all the vocals in his effortless style, singing up a storm. And Steve Mann wrote all the music and gets, in my opinion, a very welcome chance to show what a fine guitarist and keyboardist he is, because he's front and centre, so to speak, rather than filling out the sound for the likes of Schenker. Now, between them, Chris Ousey and Steve Mann have cooked up a real winner of an album here. 13 classic pulsing rockers, so well written, it's a pleasure to listen to every time. Proper class stuff from start to finish, from two professionals who know the craft well and how to present it. Ousey's vocals effortlessly classy. Well, you'd expect nothing less than that, would you? He doesn't do anything else but deliver. But the real pleasure for me is the performance of Steve Mann. I've been an admirer of Steve's going all the way back to when he was in Liar in the 1970s. We've got the new wave of British heavy metal connection because he was in Tytan, Lionheart as well, and more recently doing his thing for Schenker, MSG, and all the different incarnations and whatnot, doing what the late great Paul Raymond did for UFO for so long, and indeed briefly for MSG in the early days before Paul's untimely passing. And that's filling out the sound rather than being front and centre. None of that here. Steve shows his guitar chops in fine style. He throws out the chugging riffs, the big chords, some really quite nifty soloing as well. And it really is so good to hear him have this chance to demonstrate his talents in a forceful way. And all those excellent keyboard swells that he does so well are all here in abundance also. So we've got a baker's dozen of consistently excellent meaty rockers, a couple of ballads thrown in which are all note perfect. Take the atmospheric opener for example. The Flag, nice understated dramatic keyboard intro before it breaks out into a really powerful atmospheric rocker with a big hook. It's marvellous. In fact, the whole album is from start to finish. The other 12 songs just as well written, just as well performed, and just as enjoyable. You can't go wrong here. And really, titling this Is Anybody Listening? Well, if you hear it, you'll be thinking, hang about, shouldn't it be titled Why Isn't Everybody Listening? It's that good. I mean, it's plain and simple. Everybody should be listening to this album. It's a really good example of how this kind of stuff should be done properly by two blokes who know exactly how to do it. What can you say other than grab a copy? I will drop a link in the description box below to the album on Amazon if you'd like to go and get it yourself. Properly highly recommended listen. Please subscribe to the channel before you go. That really would be marvellous. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.